I was leaving his room after fucking him and all his friends. And I used to always tell him, like, I'm gonna fuck your dad, I'm gonna fuck your dad, as a joke.
Yeah.
And then I fucked his dad, had a threesome with his cousin and his dad.
Yeah. This sounds like a pure taboo episode.
It does, it does.
Welcome to the Adult Time Podcast.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bree Mills. Welcome to the Adult Time Podcast. And I am here for the very first time us meeting in person.
I know, this is crazy.
Which is crazy. Coco Lovelock. Welcome
Hello.
to the Adult Time Rec Room. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
You've done some of the most iconic Adult Time scenes in the last few years. You've got quite a catalog. So this is actually a real treat for me because I've been wanting to have you on the podcast for a while, but we're actually going to be shooting a project together for the first time next month.
Yes.
That I'm really excited about because I think it's going to be probably maybe your most infamous scene after it comes out. So anyway, I'm excited to meet you and to kind of break the ice with you in person on the set. So we're going to just start by getting to know you better.
Yes.
Okay, so this is for me. These are questions really so that I can understand who Coco Lovelock is. Okay.
I think I'm ready.
Are you ready? And it's also, obviously, anybody who is living under a rock and doesn't know who you are will also get to know you better. Okay, so we're going to do a little AMA, an AMA with Coco Lovelock so that we can get acquainted with our guest today.
Ask me anything.
So I'm going to randomly pick one here. What would you say, Coco, is your biggest pet peeve?
When people chew with their mouth open.
Yeah.
I can't handle that.
What is it about that gets you?
It's just the sound, and just like, it's the thought of like the food like spewing out of your mouth while you're like talking. Like,
yeah.
It's just, I can't handle it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really thought too much about it, but if I was faced with that constantly, that's kind of an icky thing.
Yeah.
What's one trend that you wish would come back? And let's divide this in half, okay? What's one porn trend that you wish would come back?
More Gonzo.
Okay.
I think like a hot, dirty Gonzo. I know that there is Gonzo being shot, but I love like just getting filthy and nasty.
Yeah. Why do you think it's not? I mean, like you said, there's still like plenty of really popular Gonzo brands out there, but it's definitely not. It's not like the number one thing on the charts. Why do you think that is?
Probably because it was overshot.
Yeah, like all things.
Yeah.
So eventually the stepmoms and stepsisters will take their back seat and Gonzo will come back.
I mean, hey, it's been going strong for a minute though.
Do you think with OF and you know the kind of like surge of personalized content all being a bit more kind of amateur realistic, sex focused in a way that's kind of replaced or become the modern Gonzo?
Yeah, I think so. Because people, you could just whip the camera out whenever and just shoot there. And I feel like, you're so right. Like that is definitely like the modern Gonzo.
Yeah. So it's just missing that production value.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So non-porn trend that you wish would come back.
I don't know, but we got to get rid of these Labubus somehow. Somebody out there, please bring something back.
Yeah, I have 2 kids, and they are both obsessed with Labubus.
It's insane.
They carry them around in plastic cases.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they make like the same shape as the Labubu body. It's like you're mummifying the Labubu to preserve it.
Yeah.
And like anti-theft locking devices on them.
Because I've heard girls are like getting their Labubu stolen at clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane. I did a content where I sucked dick for a Labubu just because I thought it was so like.
Very topical.
And I was just like, oh my God, it's just like insanity.
All right, so Labubus have to, anything but Labubus coming back. That's the trend that you wish.
Yeah.
All right, what's something people get wrong about you?
That I'm stupid.
Okay.
I play stupid a lot. Makes life easier. You get a lot of people to do stuff for you.
Yeah.
People think you're stupid, but as soon as people actually talk to me, they realize like, hey, she has a thinker.
Yeah. What's sort of like, What are some of your favorite subjects to study or to learn about?
I do film studies. I'm into art a lot. Ceramics. I don't know. Not really like. It's just like I like reading, doing just little nerdy things like that. I'm like full of Snapple facts.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like a little bit
That's
of
a brand name I have not heard in a long time.
Snapple.
Snapple. What's your go-to comfort food?
Grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Yeah.
So, but it has to be like Kraft and Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
And some Campbell's. Like I don't need anything fancy.
No
I
fancy.
I want to remember.
What's when you get home after a long, hard day on set? What's your go-to comfort? Is it that?
Go-to comfort food?
Yeah, like post anal day.
Oh, like Cane's always.
Yeah.
Just give me all the Texas toast, please.
What's your? This might be you might have just answered this question, but what's your favorite way to unwind after a long day? So let's say you got your Cane's, you have your Texas toast, you've done the anal scene. How are you relaxing at the end of that day?
Doom scrolling in bed.
Yeah.
Like,
what is if we opened up your For You page right now? What would we see?
I don't. Probably a whole bunch of like a lot of drag queens.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of comedy podcasts, like clips, everything clip, and just a whole bunch of insanity.
It's funny how much you can tell about a person from seeing what their For You
it really
page
is
says.
for you.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how the algorithm works like that.
Yeah.
Like it's insanity.
I find that mine, once you dive down a rabbit hole, it instantly recalibrates, right?
Yeah.
So it's also a very good pulse on where you are at psychologically in that moment in time, right?
Yeah.
So like mine, I think if you opened mine right now, it would be really fucked up AI videos, like AI monster, and like the fit giant women.
Yes.
It would be a lot of, like probably like a lot of like extreme right political stuff, just because like I can't stop watching that stuff once it starts getting in. And then what else would be on mine right now? Probably like recipes. So like the weirdest mix between like fucked up AI, like extreme political stuff, and then like crock pot recipes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The perpetual stews. Have you seen
yes.
them?
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So what's a hobby besides ceramics and doom scrolling that you're secretly obsessed with?
I like painting.
Okay.
Painting a lot.
Yeah.
I've always been into like art, painting, doing all that stuff.
What sort of style of painting do you do?
I don't know. I always just have painted women, like I don't even know what like a style, but it's always with acrylic. I just started doing oil. But yeah.
Yeah. What's something that people? What's something that you like? You hear in terms of feedback from people? Obviously, like being a personality on the internet means you're just inundated with feedback. What would you say is your favorite compliment you get, and what is the most hilarious trolling comment you get?
The hilarious trolling comment is that I look like I should not be here, right? You know what? I'm not trying to.
Yeah. Well over 18.
Yeah.
Well over 18. Yeah.
And then I'm just like, come on, I've been online for like doing this for like 5+ years. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. At some point, you became an adult. No, for sure.
Yeah. And then I love when it's just a rose, like just a rose emoji. It's just like the funniest thing, but it's like it'll be the same guy posting like the same rose emoji in everything I post. It's like, I don't know. To me, it's just so funny. I don't know why.
I actually find it fascinating. People who, because these are people who feel compelled to every single post you make send you a rose.
Yeah.
Right? Like what they get up each day and they think, I am going to send Coco a rose today. And I wonder what they are expecting. What do they hope? One day that one, like the 5,000th rose is going to be the one that gets you to say like, hey, buddy.
I was like, you know what? The 5,000th one was the one.
It was the one. Consistency and persistence.
He needed to get to that number to be able to hit.
Yeah.
essentially.
I have one guy who goes in like, it sends a DM and is, I think, trying to get into the porn industry. Which is you get a lot of that.
Yeah.
And always misgenders me and calls me sir. And so it's just like, hey sir, hey sir, hey sir, hey sir, but like every day. And it's the same type of thing. It's like, what are you trying to get from me here? But I find that fascinating. What's a place you're dying to visit?
My friend just built 2 houses on an island named Coco off the side of Costa Rica.
Hey,
so I just got my passport to go.
Well,
Dying
listen,
to visit there.
Coco,
Yeah,
that sounds like destiny. You should be going to the island of Coco.
I gotta go to the Coco Island.
You gotta go.
But besides that, I want to go to Japan. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
All my friends have been going. Like they go like every 3 months, and I'm like, I've been so jealous. Like the tech out there is insane. It's just it's literally like a whole other world.
I've only been to Tokyo, and it was probably about a dozen years ago, but it's like being on another planet. It is so cool. Yeah, so I think you would love it.
Yeah.
It's totally a good bucket list place to go. All right, so we know a little bit about you. We broke the ice. Now, if my team's research is correct, and they've put together some questions here, you had a pretty unique upbringing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You grew up in and around Las Vegas.
Yes.
You were named after a Playboy model.
Yes.
But you would still describe your childhood as being maybe a little bit sheltered. So let's tell us about you. Give us the 411 on Coco and how you became Coco Lovelock and your backstory.
Yeah, so I grew up in Vegas. I went to church growing up, but they weren't really religious, but I just started freaking myself out with the thought that I'm going to go to hell. And I was never gonna have sex. I thought it was like, it's gonna hurt me the first time, and I don't care to figure out. I don't care about pain.
Yep.
So not going into that, just to figure out what's on the other side.
Yep.
not gonna do that, and was always afraid I was gonna go to hell anyway. And then, I was always a crazy kid though. I was always like streaking, like I got in trouble for like taking my clothes off at school.
Okay.
And, I wore like a petticoat, and I had this guy. I was like for like a dress up day, and I liked this guy, whatever. I was like, like in the cafeteria.
Yeah. So never having sex, but also never wearing clothes.
Yeah. You know, she was always there.
Yeah. She was there.
She was inside.
And how did you, because you were feeling so kind of like repressed and conflicted with like what you were learning at church, and again, this kind of concept of sinning and the evils of sinning, but then you were doing stuff that was kind of out there, more provocative. Did you feel like it was almost like kind of rebelling against those feelings?
I think so. And it was like me just getting just enough.
Yeah.
And doing what I thought was like, okay, I could get away with this much.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like my friends at school will like feel fine with me, but I'm not like pissing off a God. You know
Right.
What I mean?
Yeah. Interesting.
Like completely was how I thought of it. It makes no sense, but like.
And we're going to frame this question because, of course, sex, life only exists after the age of 18. So we're going to generally frame this question. But do you think that like having that sort of conflicted upbringing and some of the feelings you had about, sex and sin, how that influenced your earlier sexual experiences?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it influenced my. Sexual experience. I guess it's not just like. Well, no. The first time I ever did any sexual experiences, it wasn't like oral, wasn't anything. I just went straight to fucking.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Just somebody gave me Molly one day. I don't know if we can.
Well.
But allegedly, and that's how I was like. Finally, I was like, oh, that's how it's gonna go,
and
that's how. The rest was history.
And I hear that you ended up having sex maybe with
with
the father of that individual?
yeah.
And so how did that situation come about?
I was leaving his room after fucking him and all his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to always tell him, like, I'm gonna fuck your dad, I'm gonna fuck your dad, as a joke.
Yeah.
And then I went out into the kitchen and I hadn't seen his dad for a minute. I was like, oh, like, let me go say hi to your dad before I leave. And as he's like ordering my ride, I go up and I'm talking to his dad, and his dad's like, cancel your ride. And he was like, hey, come in my room. And I was like, did your dad just say to go in his room? He's like, yeah, go in my pop's room. And all his friends were like, yeah, go in his pop's room. And then I fucked his dad, had a threesome with his cousin and his dad.
Yeah. This sounds like a pure taboo episode.
It does. Recreate my home stories.
Listen, there you go. You know we like to do stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's quite something.
Mm-hmm.
At what point in your kind of like, becoming a young adult and early experiences did you think maybe porn would be interesting? How did you get into the adult industry?
I was always doing like Snapchat and things like my friends and I, we needed money for something. She was like, oh, we can find someone to like sell your nudes to online, and then we can. And then I was like, oh my god, yeah, this is. I like this is kind of like the shit. And
yeah.
I was still doing content creation. I met a girl at a party, and she was like, oh my gosh, how would you like to do like actual like studio work? Like
yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So then she got me in contact with her agent, and then been doing it ever since.
There you go. What was your first scene like?
It was a lot of fun because the guy, my ex-boyfriend, was shooting. Also, he got in at the same time as me, and he got shot first, and the director who shot him ended up like booking me because of that. And and he like already knew my boyfriend, knew he was cool, and like my boyfriend was like, yeah, that was like really fun on set with him. So I went into it with like, oh, this is gonna be like so much fun. And then it was like a POV casting couch style type thing. And so it was just like, fun because I got to fuck like the guy that was already like, checked and verified by people that I knew.
Yeah. When but kind of before you officially went into studio work, I know you were working some like civilian stuff. You were working in the mortgage industry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always had a funding at a mortgage company.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you were having a pretty like straight job and then sort of dabbling in the Snapchat and the OnlyFans, and like when did you leave the day job officially to go full on into porn?
After I used all my PTO.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Honest answer. And when, you've done obviously a lot of different kinds of studio work over the years, right? You've done narrative stuff, you've done Gonzo stuff, you've done, the vanilla stuff, you've done the kinkier stuff. What's your favorite kind of content to shoot?
I like doing the kinkier stuff.
Yeah.
It's so much more, like, I just feel like it looks visually so much better. It feels so much better to me. And it makes me feel like, oh, like I did something.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't just go and, like, starfish. For an hour.
Yeah, you're an athlete. You want to test your limits.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started producing, there was a definite sort of predetermined path for a lot of performers, which is like, okay, you're going to come in and you're going to graduate through different kinds of scenes, and you're going to like save certain experiences for, career milestones and all of that. When you got in, did you follow that path, or were you kind of like, fuck it, I want to do anal, I want to do kinky stuff? Like, how did you navigate your bucket list items?
It was kind of like my agent at the time kind of like decided it for me. They would try to push anal, but I didn't do anal until I was like, oh, I feel like it's a right time in my career. Even like when they wanted me to do it, I was going to, and then signed with a new agent, and then I was like, wait, no, I'm saving. I'm definitely not gonna do my anal with that agent. I'm gonna do it with this agent and do it right. And do it so where I feel comfortable and it's not rushed. And but besides that, I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. I had to be told not to do some things, you know.
You know, you mentioned it's been over 5 years now that you've been shooting pro stuff. What advice would you give to yourself if you were to go back and do it again, or for new performers out there?
Your personal life is not everybody's business on set.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
That is one thing I will tell you.
Yep.
I got in a lot of trouble with that.
Yeah.
And it's also, as long as you're showing up to set and you're doing your job, like, you don't want to be judged for what you're doing. Find people that you trust in the industry also. Yeah. Which differs for each person and what their amount of trust is.
Yeah. Well, it is true in the sense that like we are all a community, but we're coworkers, right? So yeah, there's always, you know, it's important to have a little bit of separation of, you know, the person and the persona, and you know, when you're on set and you're working with people, thinking of them as your colleagues and not as your BFFs necessarily. Yeah, it is important. I don't get that answer often, so that was a good, honest answer. What's one other thing that you would advise to people getting into the industry these days?
Get your S corp quickly so your taxes don't get fucked.
Also a very, very valid point.
Whatever you decide to go with. LLC.
Yeah. Well, and it is a business, and it's a business that is mostly comprised of independent workers who can't really just be freelancers. You really need to be a business and run yourself as a business and set yourself up for success. Yeah, absolutely.
And just think, girls, your hair is going to be a write-off.
Yeah, exactly,
your
right?
Hair, your
nails, all of that stuff. All of that stuff. So you once said that there are not enough real sluts in porn anymore, that too many folks are using it for clout or for their OnlyFans. So define what a real porn slut is, Coco Lovelock.
A real porn slut is doing it because they actually want to be there and fuck. Not doing something because they feel like it's gonna go. They're gonna come in for porn for a month, do all this shit, and then they're gonna leave but they're gonna just so they can make all this money on their OnlyFans. A real porn slut is gonna show up, fuck. No matter, get some mystery meat one day. Like, oh, it was supposed to be this talent, now it's this talent. Yeah. That is the difference between a porn star and a content creator.
There you go, the mystery meat. So, can you break down for especially a lot of people, you know, watch a lot, obviously like tons of people watch porn. Less people are kind of aware of the, you know, we're very aware of the difference between like pro porn and content creation and, you know, like a lot of the terms that we use in our day-to-day lives. Yeah. Can you break down some of the differences between working for a professional studio and what that entails and like your own content creation into like a day on set with us, what's that like compared to a day when you're doing content? And, you know, what are some of the pros and cons of doing pro shoots versus doing your own content?
Yeah, like I said, like mystery meat. Sometimes showing up, you're not able to, then content creation, you can't control every little aspect of something that goes into it. There's things you can control. You can tell them, oh, I don't want to work with this person. I don't know, I like working on a set where it's set up for you. You're told what to do, and I feel like it just shows, I don't know, it shows like a different level of like performer.
You can kind of show up and focus on being a performer. Yeah. And then with the content creation, you gotta be the producer too. You gotta think of all this stuff.
Yeah, which I think definitely has its own. It's cool seeing people be able to create their own like things, and I like going into that and doing that also. But what was the full question again?
Well, I was talking about just explaining some of the differences, right? Because some people just see porn and they don't know if it's self-made or if it's pro.
Yeah.
Like people just sort of see like, oh, it's it's a porn scene.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of differences in the experience of shooting a pro scene and then making your own content. So you mentioned like being able to show up and kind of know that everything is being taken care of.
Yeah.
When you're doing it yourself, you have to do it all yourself.
Yeah.
But some of the creativity probably from doing it all yourself can be fun. Like, I don't know that many studios that are doing Labubu themed scenes, right? Although we all should.
Yeah, why are we
we're
not
missing the boat here.
Adult time.
Adult time. I mean, we might get sued, but
we would 100%.
it would have to be a Lafufu. It would have to be a knockoff.
Yeah. Very give it like some tips or something.
Yeah, exactly. But it does allow like that. Do you enjoy kind of coming up with concepts? And
Yeah. I love coming up with concepts and. I don't know, just seeing how far I can take something without it being like bad. Like
knowing where the compliance guidelines fall.
Exactly.
What some of like with your personal content, what are some of the most popular scenes that you release? Like what do your fans on your platforms love the most?
They like when I work with black men a lot. That's my top selling, and then also like having me dressed up as a teen.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So the teen niche and kind of body comparison stuff, skin tone comparison stuff. Yeah. What is your favorite scene that you've ever made for your own content platforms? Even if it wasn't the bestseller, it's just your favorite.
My favorite is I shot with Disciples, and I sucked dick in a Britney Spears outfit and sang Britney Spears in the backseat for a Happy Meal.
There you go.
They picked me up on the side of the street, and I was like, how about instead of like you guys giving me money, can you take me to get a Happy Meal?
Yeah.
And they're like, can you suck some dick first? And I was like,
yeah. Listen, folks, that's Coco Lovelock's fantasy.
To suck dick for a Happy Meal.
For a Happy Meal. Who are some of like, you mentioned, the real sluts in porn. So if you're going to look across the industry today, who do you want to give a shout out to as being like a top slut besides yourself, of course?
Gia Durza.
Okay,
That's my baby girl. I love her. She's out here doing the most. She's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
It's like insane. Like you said, like athletes. It's like how much her ass can fit is just incredible.
Yeah.
And it's like her and I are friends, and it's like we go on our little adventures.
Yeah. Okay. So I should get a crew to follow the two of you around because we're going to see some stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. So
we change lives.
What's a typical? I don't know if I answer what you can. Okay.
Yeah.
What would be a typical night out with Coco and Gia? What are we going to see that is allowed to be seen?
Okay, that's allowed to be.
Let's make this little documentary pitch right here.
Okay. We'd probably like show up at like a little house party.
Okay. Uninvited or unannounced or invited? Always invited.
Always invited.
Always invited.
Okay. We're taking multiple men into different rooms, and at one point in the night we'll probably come back together, find a few other guys.
Yeah.
Just run around the house naked. We like to fuck her, and I like to fuck in the pool a lot together. We were at a sex party once, and we were just like fucking the pool and like swimming around laughing, and people started like coming around because they thought it was like another performance because I knew the owner and he like turned the lights on like different colors and stuff for us, and they're like, oh, like another performance is starting. We're like, no, please don't watch us right now. It's not what you think you're gonna see. It's not it.
All right, so some shenanigans in the pool at a certain point that turn into a live sex show that you didn't intend.
Yeah. But something like that. There's always it's us fucking somewhere, and then you'll probably at the end of the night, leaving just her and I together, and it's like randomly last minute we're like, we don't want to be here anymore, and it's just like carrying our shoes, running around barefoot into the Uber, like.
And getting a Happy Meal?
Of course we have to get a Happy Meal. We actually do every time.
There you go.
Every time we come back, we're like, yeah, let's order McDonald's.
So Gia Durza, top slut in the industry.
Yeah.
Shout out Gia. Speaking of, fun activities, your love for giving blowjobs has been incredibly well documented.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have to know, what are your best tips or tricks when it comes to blowjob?
Best tips and tricks.
Right into the camera.
Your tongue is everything. If you are not constantly moving your tongue either up and down or around, like, just go home at that point. Going up and down and just sucking it's not what you think it is. It's gonna feel like a wet sock on your dick. And the harder you don't want to grip their dick like really hard, but you want a grip on it. You don't want it just like loosey-goosey. And then also there's a line on the tip, or in between the tip and the shaft, like on the back where they get like, pretty sure it's like it's like a little line, and lick that. I don't know what it is, but lick that.
Find the line. I don't even know what I'm picturing right now, but find the line, stick the line.
I'm gonna draw a diagram, send it in, I'll put that online. I'll put that on my Twitter. All right,
so I have to have you elaborate on a couple of BJ-related quotes that you have posted on Twitter.
Yes.
Okay, because I have questions. Okay, so the first quote is, and I wonder if this was Gia's birthday or not. It was my friend's birthday. Oh no, it's a him. So it was my friend's birthday, so I gifted him a Polaroid of me with a 1 free BJ redeemable at any time, no questions asked sign. That's friendship.
Yeah.
How quick before he redeemed?
He redeemed it the day after.
The day after. He waited a day.
He had a little girl with little girly friend with him at his birthday party, but he was definitely he put it in a pack of Parliaments on the front and was like, "Look, Coco sponsored by Parliaments." Parliaments is sending out coupons to Coco.
There you go. So if you're Coco's friend, you might one day.
Yeah, for sure. Just
might one day get a free BJ.
Nicely, and you don't even need a coupon.
All right, if you want to know the lengths, this is another quote, direct quote, not my quote, your quote. If you want to know the lengths, I'll go to suck dick. I once cut my favorite sweats at a house party to create a makeshift hair tie because I couldn't find one.
Yeah. They're so cute too, and I haven't been able to find it.
So it was an impulsive decision.
And then I realized as soon as I cut it, I was like, I could have just cut, I don't know, just held my own hair.
Yeah.
It was, I was so
but quite like good ingenuity there. You just, you needed something and I assume at that point you just weren't wearing pants for the rest of the night.
Yeah. Woman in STEM right there.
Okay, good. All right, well, that takes us to our middle segment, Coco. We're going to play a game called This or That. Okay, this or that. Either this performing with your best friend or that performing with your porn crush. Do you get porn crushes? No,
Not
okay.
really. I mean, I'll have people I admire their work, but I don't get a crush on somebody. Yeah.
So between the two, the best friend?
Best friend for sure.
So do you have, besides Gia being a friend, do you have any other good friends in the industry who you really like performing with?
Melanie Marks.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie Marks, she's amazing.
Yeah, another performer that I have not worked with in person, but I would really like to, yeah.
Yes, no, oh my gosh, she's amazing. That ass is just incredible.
There you go, folks. Coco Lovelock, approved. This, shooting on a freezing cold set, or that, an incredibly hot set.
Incredibly hot all the way.
Yeah? Okay.
Incredibly hot all the way, because I can't do the cold. I'll constantly be shivering. It's not gonna look good. At least if you're sweating, it's people like a sweaty look.
Yeah, there you go. Just exactly. It looks like you're into it, not like you're having hypothermia.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you rather this start your career all over again? So go back to the beginning, or that teleport 10 years into the future and see what your career is like?
Start from the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be happy to live it all over
Yeah.
again with like what I know now.
Exactly. With not divulging too much personal stuff on set and doing your S corp.
Yeah.
This having your scene go viral, but for the wrong reasons, or that having a scene go out and it gets no views at all. It's a tough one.
Scene come out and it gets no views.
It gets no views. Yeah, you don't want to have the wrong.
I mean, I guess it's like that can look bad to like company. It depends if I releasing it or is a company releasing it.
I think it's let's say it's your scene because it says having your scene. So let's assume it's a scene that you've put out and it goes viral, but it's like it's a bad PR. It comes down to the question of, is there any such thing as bad PR? I think sometimes there is.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. So in that case, you'd rather it just be a dud than be like on TMZ trying to explain yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
What's one scene that you've had that's gone viral, either for the wrong reasons or for the right reasons?
The Britney Spears.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like everybody I know. I like meet at like aliens. That's always like the top scene that gets brought up.
Yeah. There you go.
That one. Like, oh my gosh, like it's insane.
So this, you're doing a scene with a co-star, and it's a story scene, and they keep breaking character, or you're working with a co-star on a story scene, and they are so serious and into it that it's beyond method acting.
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody who keeps breaking character who's not into character, or someone who's maybe a little too much into character.
Somebody who keeps breaking character.
Yeah.
I can at least like, I don't know, try. I feel like I can bring it back to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
If it's like something that makes me not or like feel uncomfortable, if it's like too much, then it's gonna show that I'm uncomfortable and make me perform weird. It could.
Yeah.
So it's less of a chance that I'm going to perform
There you go.
weird on.
There you go. All right. So and finally, this is an interesting one. Would you rather have a live studio audience watching you perform your scene? So we're on set, you're doing your scene, but we've got a live studio audience, or have the first boss you ever had accidentally walk in to set as your co-star?
I would love both.
You like to just combine that into like a this and that?
Yeah, I can then want this and that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yes, you can.
But if I had to choose one over the other, we're gonna do the live studio audience.
Yeah. Have you ever done kind of like live sex performance stuff? I know that you mentioned like sex parties and stuff like that, but
yeah, I used to perform at a few different sex parties here in LA.
Yeah.
We'd have like it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you get? Like, what do you enjoy the most about that particular kind of performance?
I like bringing all these people that were there, at least at the parties I were like people who I don't think like ever like really experienced something like that, like sex, like in a way like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool to like show them something, then like watch them all get like, like horny sitting and watching, and then feeling like, okay, it's okay to do this like now, like, and then seeing everybody like fuck after. It's like just really cool to see. How
Is it like being like a conductor of horniness?
Yeah.
All right, so you have starred, as I mentioned, you've starred in some pretty iconic scenes on Adult Time. You've definitely starred in some very infamous pure taboo scenes.
Yeah.
You actually wrote a very popular pure taboo scene and starred in it with us. I think it was last year or the year before, within the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And many of them happen to explore some of your own personal fantasies.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's one that when I look at like the top performing pure taboo scenes of the last few years is like right up there in the top 5. And that is the Pampering Our Sitter scene that you did with co-stars Penny Barber and Seth Gamble. And that scene involved pissing yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and is that something, I believe you've called yourself a self-diagnosed piss lover.
Yeah.
This, I think, is another quote from your Twitter.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about that production? Like, what did you enjoy about that story and how it connected to your own personal self-diagnosed fantasy?
It was just so much fun to like. It was being around like, 'cause I know Penny, she likes water sports too.
Yeah.
And just being around people, because usually I'm just like the only person on set here, like about to do this.
Yeah. The go-to pee girl.
Yeah. So it was cool being around like other people, and like so during like the scene, she knew all the right buzzwords and like things to like say. Oh, I love Penny.
Yeah.
Like I just like everybody's like reaction to like when I like actually like had to like do like the piss. It was just like, like is this like really happening? Is this a thing? And that scene, Seth, amazing. Watching him like get into like flip like that.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see him like flip and then actually like get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he texted me after that, and he's done a lot of Pure Taboo episodes with us over the years, and he wrote me, he's like, I don't know, man, this one got me.
Yeah.
I felt kind of creepy doing this one.
Yeah. He told me, he's like, I read the script and I was almost like, is this gonna be too much?
Yeah. No, but it was one of very successful on all fronts. Clearly, really good casting.
Yeah.
Good story. Did really well. And for me, what I'm super excited about is that I have wanted to do a story for a long time that's also a story involving kind of play stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was having a conversation with Penny on set for another project this summer, and her and I kind of spar, so like, she's pervy, I'm pervy. I don't know who's more pervy. We have a good time swapping stories. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about, like, I love the concept of, especially in Pure Taboo, the concept of like a woman who like can't control her bladder, and like, but it being very normalized in a situation.
Yeah.
But clearly something that like for somebody outside of the situation is gonna be like, what's happening? So I wanted to do a story, and I told her, I'm like, if you're down to do this, I'm gonna write a story, and I knew I wanted you to be in it too. The scene we're gonna shoot in November, which will come out early next year, is called The Wet Truth.
Yeah.
And I know I sent you the script recently. I don't know if you had a chance to read it, but I'm going to give you the plot. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the story is about a young man, good upstanding young man, mm-hmm. college guy, who is bringing his girlfriend home to meet his mother. And of course, it's his stepmother, but raised him since he was young. Very devoted to her. She's on her own. She doesn't have anybody. The father had died, so he's very protective of her. And so it's a big deal that you, as the girlfriend, are being brought home to meet mom.
Yeah.
And we open the movie with you guys coming into the house. Mom isn't anywhere to be seen. You're looking for mom, and we intercut the opening with just shots of mom on the toilet. Because I love opening Pure Taboo episodes like that.
Yeah,
there's nothing more uncomfortable than just showing somebody just peeing like normal.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to watch that, right?
Yeah.
So we see mom before you guys see mom. And the first time we see mom, she's on the toilet. And then she comes out, you guys greet each other. Mom is very nice. You're trying to make a good impression. You're just trying to, you like this guy, you're trying to make a good impression. And when the son takes you upstairs to kind of get settled, the camera pulls back and reveals mom peeing all over the floor. Yeah. And sets us up for the stage that something is wrong with mom. Mm-hmm. And then throughout the night, your character starts to notice that mom keeps wetting herself. Like she's serving you guys dinner and like pisses her jeans.
Yeah.
You notice this. It's clear that they notice this. They're acting like it's not a big deal, and you're sitting there going like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
Mom is tucking you guys in at night, which in itself is weird.
Yeah.
Mom leaves a wet spot on the bed, and you got to confront the boyfriend and be like, why does your mom keep peeing herself? Boyfriend gets really offended, because mom has a condition and he thought you would understand and gaslights you. So you go to bed feeling really guilty because, you didn't mean to do anything, but like it is uncomfortable and weird. And then when you wake up in the middle of the night hearing sounds and you roll over and see that mom is riding the son's face and squirting all over him. And that's what takes us into the reality that son helps mother. Mother can't control herself. She has to just keep peeing. And now you're being brought into the arrangement as well. And like a good girlfriend that just wants it to work, you ultimately agree. So I think it's gonna be a great story.
No, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to, especially with you and Penny, to like, two performers that love to push boundaries to see, and sweet Tyler Cruz in the middle.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, but back to Pure Taboo. I know we mentioned it. I wanted to really give a shout out to Aged Out, which was the story that you wrote for Pure Taboo.
Oh, thank you.
And you play a young adult who fakes her way into being adopted.
Yeah.
And I know that this was, for you, a kind of a creative way to challenge some of the trolls, right? That always come after you for, presenting too young or looking too petite. Or so. Tell me a little bit about like what inspired you to write this piece, because it is a statement piece for you, for sure.
Yeah, I was talking with Miss Susie Q, and we're like, yeah, like just talking about how. I get casted as like the time just the teen, but I'm 26 years old.
Yeah,
and so there's a lot more I could do. So
right. Yeah, you get typecast.
Yeah. There's things that I can do, but it was like, and then she was like, "Have you seen it?" And she's like, "It's like the movie The Orphan almost." And we're like, "Oh my God, it is." And we're like, why don't we like take both those ideas, put them together, and write a script for it?
Yep.
So I don't know if you've seen the movie Orphan. It's like same type of script. So we did that, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be golden. Like,
and it was great. It did super well. People loved it, and I love the fact that it had that kind of cutting underlying message to it as well.
Yeah.
What kind of reactions did you get from your fans? Oftentimes, some of the fans that say those things to you, right? Like, how did they react when that scene came out?
Oh, they loved it.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh my gosh, that was so cool!" Like, but nobody. I don't think a lot of people got like but just it's understandable. They're watching.
Yeah. That's the story of my life, Coco.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're doing I'm doing a sociological experiment on the psychology of desire. No, okay, you just see a porno. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wind things up with our final segment. This is pure clickbait. I'm not responsible for any of these questions. Okay. We like to call it our rapid fire segment. What's the most bizarre prop you have ever used on a set?
I think like a handful of markers, like Sharpies.
In what way?
I put them in my pussy and then like drew with it.
That's an answer I've never heard. What was the drawing like? How did it turn out?
Good. It was basically, I was like, if I can get just a circle.
How many markers are we talking here?
I think it was 15. It was like 12 or 15. I'm like, in my head, the numbers look the same.
You must have had some good Kegels to really like, you have to like hold that in place, right?
It was a lot, but it was so much fun. It looked so pretty in there. Like, oh,
pretty, but not necessarily practical.
Not practical at all.
All right. So scenario, vibrators are declared illegal in the world, but they're still available on the black market. What is the highest price that you would be willing to pay to get your hands on a Hitachi?
Oh.
I did drop the Hitachi. I did specify here.
Fuck. I think we could I think we could do like 2K.
Okay. Yeah.
2 to 5.
2 to 5.
It depends. Are we doing the wall plug-in one? Or is it going to be, if it's the wall plug-in one, we can go to 5.
Okay, yeah. Now,
We're
can you explain why? Because this is an important detail people might not understand.
It's so much more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like 2 of the ones that are just battery powered.
Yeah.
It's insane, the difference. Like, and I can just, I'm okay with just sitting in my bed with one. I don't need it to be unless I'm recording.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
So it's worth the 5K.
It's worth the
It's
5K,
worth the 5K.
for sure.
Okay, so
Don't let Hitachi know that.
what's your favorite sex position? What's like your, you could, if you could do it every time, you'd be happy.
I love doggy.
Okay. Now, if you could rename that sex position, what would you call it?
Should we do it like puppy?
Puppy. Okay. You heard it here, folks. Okay. What does squirt taste like, Coco Lovelock?
It depends. It really does. On what the person's ate or drank. I called myself like a piss sommelier to my friend, a dick and piss sommelier. Because you really can tell what somebody's ate, drank. Like, obviously by color, but like average piss, I don't know. It tastes like piss.
Yeah. Okay. So squirt.
But like it's like almost salty or bitter.
Okay.
Depending on the person.
Yeah.
Like usually more salty.
Yeah. And you can tell if somebody has clean eating habits.
Yeah. That like, it's like, yeah, you can, yeah. You can tell whatever they've like drink in the day. It's obvious besides the asparagus, everybody knowing.
Right, yeah.
Besides that, it's like, no, your piss will smell like if you ate or drank cranberry juice in the morning.
Yeah.
It does.
Is that a good thing? Like, should we all start drinking cranberry juice?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I like the cranberry juice. No asparagus.
Yeah, no asparagus. That's not necessarily a good choice before a pissing scene.
I'll take apple, pineapple.
Okay. Yeah.
We can mix fruits. We can see what tastes.
There you go, fruit juice. Has a co-star ever whispered something mid-scene that totally caught you off guard? That you're willing to share?
I could just, Manuel, he always whispers French. And the first time I shot with him, I didn't realize, I was like, I stopped and I was like, what did you say? What are you trying to tell me? And he's like, I'm just dirty talking in your ear, in French.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, what? What even?
I'm sorry, I don't speak French.
I'm just so confused right now.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. That would be that could potentially catch one off guard. Okay. Yeah. So what's the most unique reaction that you've gotten from a fan meeting you? Do you get recognized a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an Uber driver. He was taking me from testing too, and I was like, he asked me to suck his dick, and I was like, sorry, I can't. I just got tested. This is for you. Don't worry. This is for you, not me. And he was like, you don't need to be tested to use your hands. And I was just
Did you say pull over right now? I would have been pull over right now, I'm reporting you.
No, I kind of loved it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's the difference between following me around with the documentary crew and following you around with the documentary crew. Okay, so that's a pretty unique reaction. My final question for you, do you have any sex hot takes?
Missionary isn't always vanilla.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be vanilla if you don't make it vanilla.
Okay. And what's one way to not make it vanilla?
You could do basic little knots and tie your girlfriend up.
Yeah.
On the bedpost. Get latex tape and tape a Hitachi down onto somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
There you go.
A little less vanilla.
A little less vanilla. All right.
Pay $5K for that Hitachi.
Exactly. So when vibrators become illegal, please donate to Coco's GoFundMe to get a Hitachi.
Please.
My name is Bree Mills. This has been Coco Lovelock. It was great to meet you.
It was good meeting you as well.
We did it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Woohoo!
I called myself a piss sommelier to my friend, a dick and piss sommelier. because you really can't tell what somebody's ate, drink. Like, I mean, obviously by color, but like average piss, I don't know. It tastes like piss.